Here we go. Let's recap a little bit. I know we already did most of these, but let's look at 5D. Just backing up a little bit, making sure we're all on target. And maybe 6C. Okay, now 5D says let's find a unit vector in the same direction as this one. We talked about this yesterday. Who remembers? Brooke? You find the magnitude of the vector. That was a quiz question. How do we find the magnitude?
Square, bro.
Draw a picture of it. Right? And then do the Pythagorean theorem. So it would be 9 plus 16. Actually, that's the square root of 25, which is just 5. And then what do we do with the magnitude? We divide both of these by it. So this is the unit vector. One more time. How do we find a unit vector, gang? We simply divide the coordinates by the magnitude. Taylor Holder, Maya Brownlow. You guys paid attention? Your ear hurts? I'm sorry about that.
I wasn't talking. I was just.
Does it have like a piercing in it?
Yeah. Yes, stop using piercings. You should imagine that. She got a lot of piercings, Miss Ford. A lot of piercings.
Okay, now we're going to do 6C. This is 6C. And the directions say find the components. What we mean by the components are the x and the y. Like here, the components were -3, -4. We do not have the x and the y. We talked a little bit about this yesterday. This was at the end of the period. Do you remember how to find x and y? We use our trigonometry. So we'll say the cosine of 31 equals x over 8. So 8 cosine 31 equals x. And I go to my calculator and I type that in. And I got 6.86. However, what do I have to notice about that x being where it is?
Negative.
It's negative. Kids, the negative isn't going to come on the calculator. You are going to have to figure that out.
Where did you get the 8 and the 31?
They're in the problem. They're the problem. We're doing 6C, and they're written right there in the
I thought we were
problem.
doing 5D.
I thought we were doing 5D.
We already did 5D.
It's both of them.
Now, we need y. How are we going to find my y coordinate? I'm going to do exactly the same thing, except instead of cosine, I will use sine. So sine 31 equals y over 8. So 8 sine 31 equals y. And I got negative 4.12. Does everybody understand why that y is negative? So negative 6.86, negative 4.12. That's your answer. That's your x and your y. Let's do one more of those from that section. Now we're going to do D. Boys, this is 6D we are now doing. So we have a magnitude of 100 and an angle of 15. What are we looking for? X and Y. Right? So here we go. What am I going to do? Cosine 15 equals x over 100. So I will type that in. Now I got 96.59. Do I need to make that negative? No. X is positive. However, when I do my y, am I going to have to make that negative? Yes, my y will be negative. Sine 15 equals y over 100. So y equals 100 sine 15. $25.88. Taylor Holder.
I was asking a question.
Something besides your ears gonna hurt here in a minute. If we're not careful.
I was really asking what the problem
It's okay.
Now, the next set of problems, this is problem number 7, is exactly opposite of what we just did. In number 7, let's look at A, they gave me 3 and 2, the coordinates 3 and 2, over 3 up 2, and they're asking me for the magnitude and the angle.
How you know it's like that? How you know it's in that quadrant? I mean, or not?
Because it's positive 3, positive 2. So that's right 3 up 2, right? So I just plotted the point. Now, you know how to find the magnitude. You've done it already lots of times. What's the magnitude going to be? Square root of 9 plus 4, 13. So the question says find the magnitude and the direction angle. Magnitude is root 13. Now what about the direction angle? Well, that's the theta that I have marked there. Any ideas how we'll find that? I use my second buttons, and I'd rather not mess with the radical, so I'm going to say the tangent of that angle is 2/3. So I will press second tangent 2/3. Gang, you want an angle on your calculator, use the second button. That's how you get angles. So second tangent 2/3. I got 33.69.
Yeah.
So the direction angle is 33.69. Okay, my Brownlow, next problem says left 1 up 5. This is problem B. So left 1 up 5 is going to look like that.
You want me to tell you the magnitude?
Yep.
You have to say later. 20 squares. Wait, what?
Yeah.
This would be 25.
Oh, you have to subtract it.
No, you add it. You add
26.
it. Square root of 26. So our magnitude is the square root of 26. Now we have to find our direction angle. So I'm gonna look right here. And I'm gonna press second tangent 5. This angle is 78.69 degrees. Now I want everybody to get 78 on your calculator. You don't need to put the negative in. If you put the negative in, it'll just come out as a negative. And I want you to understand that angle's not negative. So it won't hurt anything. You'll get the right number. Now, that is not the angle, kids. This is the angle. Remember, you have to be in standard position, so you have to start here. So what will I need to do to get the actual answer? Subtract from 180. So my actual angle is 101.31. Your angle must start here. So it's 180 minus 78. All right, let's try this one. -3, -6. That will be plotted here. Right? What's its magnitude?
47, 45.
Square root of 45, which is 3 root 5, because it's 9 times 5. Now what about the angle? Well, I'm going to find this angle right here. So the tangent of that angle is 6/3 or 2. So what buttons do I press to find the angle? Oops, how did I do that? So second tangent, 2. I got 63.43. Now, if you're not pressing with me, you're going to be in trouble because you're not going to remember how to do it. So make sure you're typing right along with me. Take your hand up. The actual angle, kids, is not 63.43. What's the actual angle?
206.5. 206.
206.5.
Go.
And 16.
Yeah.
206.
206.57.
I don't know. How are we getting 206? Huh?
270 minus.
Now be careful. Does this angle have anything at all to do with 270? No. What does this angle have to do with? 180.
243.
It's 243.43. Kids, this is your angle right here, right? So if you start here, you go around and around and around. How much is that?
180.
And then you're going 63 more?
Yeah.
So how do you find your angle? 180 plus 63?
Yeah.
Newsflash, we have never used 270 and will never use 270, ever. It's not part of the butterfly bow tie. 90 and 270 are not used. It's all about 180 or 360. Right, one more. 1, -4. What's my magnitude? Square root of 17? Okay, Abby Brady, you're moving. Right here.
Bring that ass here, boy.
Baby's out the chair. So our magnitude is root 17. What is our angle? Well, this angle, I heard somebody say, I'm just going to check it real quick. Yes, this angle is 75.96. But that is not the angle. This is the angle. So to find that, yes, you're right, Ethan, 284.04. How did he get 284? Jack?
Is second tangent 4, 75, subtract that.
Bingo, from 360. Now, we have a couple of word problems that fit this exactly, these concepts. So here we go, let's look at A. Find the component form of the velocity of a plane flying at a speed of 410 miles an hour on a bearing of 200. Okay, let's start. Here's my compass. What does a course of 200 degrees look like? Now remember, this is navigation, and navigation works differently. Where do we start measuring angles navigationally? Straight up, right? So if we're going, this is 0. In navigation, in airplane land, this is 0. This is 90. This is 180. So won't 200 be somewhere over here like this? This angle is 200. Tyler, I don't want to have to explain this again. We've done lots of navigation problems. When you are given an airplane, a ship, something with direction, this is where we start measuring. When they say 200 degrees, then we start here and we go 200 degrees from this point. The speed is 410. That's like the magnitude. That's how far he's flown in, let's say, an hour. Now, we want the components. Remember, these are the components. Basically, what do we want? X and Y. So let's make a triangle. This is 410. Do I know anything else about that triangle?
Yeah, the angle is like
I know this guy would have to be 70. This is 180. This is 20 more. That would be 70. And I want X and Y. We just practiced some of these. What do? We use our trigonometry, right? So we'll say cosine 70
X over 410.
is X over 410. And sine 70 is Y over 410. Remember, we just did some of those. So x is gonna equal 410 cosine 70, and y will equal 410 sine 70. Negative 140.23. Dollars to donuts. Somebody's out there saying, whoa, Miss Ford, I didn't get a negative. I didn't either. Why did I stick the negatives in there? Because I am in quadrant 3. And what do I know about x left and y down in quadrant 3?
Don't be negative.
They're negative. I have to be astute. I have to put that in myself.
Wait, can you explain why somebody?
This is 180. This would be 20. The quadrant's 90. If this much of it's 20, that would have to be 70. Okay, let's do another one just like that. Here's our compass. Now we have a bearing of 310 degrees. That's a big angle. So we start here. How far have I gone? 180. How far have I gone? So I gotta go past that. So would I be up here like this?
Yeah.
This is 310 degrees. Now I need my components, so I'm going to make a triangle. Here's x, here's y. I know this is 510. The speed is the magnitude. How about my angle? This is 40. Little problem solving going on, kids. If this all the way around here is 310, how much is this leftover part?
70. Oh, 50.
50. How much is the whole quadrant?
90.
So if that's 50, that's got to be 40?
Yeah.
That's one way to think about it. There's other ways to get it, but somehow you have to get that. Now how are we going to find x and y? Katie Roth? How are we going to find x and y? Cosine 40 equals x over 510. Sine 40 equals y over 510. Remember, we're looking for components. That means x and y. So what are we typing?
510 cosine 40.
I got 390.68. Do I want that positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. And how will I get my y? Is my y positive? Yeah. Okay, we're almost done, guys. We're almost done for the week. Oh, C is a football problem, football players. A football
See where this one made me like math.
is thrown at a 53-degree angle with the horizontal. So here's the horizontal, and we're throwing a football at a 53-degree angle. The speed is 12. Remember, speed is magnitude.
Did you
Meters.
try?
That would be moving pretty fast. find the components, that is x and y, of the velocity vector. My goodness, haven't we done a bunch of these already? Do this one on your own. See if you can find x and y. My Brownlow, I don't want to hear your voice.
I'm gonna call my.
Okay, what did we come up with, folks?
7.22, 9.58.
Okay, 7.22, 9.58, that's what I got. Are they both positive?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Does anybody have a question about that? All right, one more and we'll be done. Do the last problem.
Done for.
Done for the day.
Oh, hold on. You said D?
D, yep, we're doing D.
Wait, do we only have 2 minutes left in class? No. Ooh, she gonna get some more free
I
time.
am.
No more prison. Okay. No more prison.
Is D a different problem?
It's not prison. It's not prison. But it's like math institution.
Is D the same thing as
D is exactly the same. Don't let the picture confuse you. The magnitude of the force is 3. So this is the picture you're going to draw. Don't let my little box confuse you. This is the picture.
Yo, let's get
You
it,
are
man.
looking for X and Y. No, it's 3 pounds. I'm sorry, it's 3 pounds. It's 3 pounds.
I'm so
3 pound
confused.
force.
What is this?
Those of you, yeah, that's 3. Those of you who take physics understand that.
Those of you who take, we in college. Who here take physics? Maya, you do not take physics.
why you don't think I take physics?
Because you barely took pre-cal.
I can't even really
That is so rude.
But it's true.
Ain't this, they talking out of turn, don't you? I bet you be getting slapped at the dinner table, don't you?
We've had this conversation before, but we need to separate our ability from our work ethic, because some of us have tremendous ability and pathetic work ethic. And then, so we get bad grades.
To me, you're trying to give me the benefit of the doubt, but to be honest, I don't even know what I'm talking about. No matter
Okay,
if I watch, I am subscribed to your YouTube channel. I don't think you understand.
I'm also subscribed to
I am
your
a
YouTube
loyal-
channel.
I am a loyal subscriber.
Yeah, but you only got like 6 of them, and you looking at 2 of them right here. We are 1/3 of your YouTube view population, and we both are 1/3 of the potential points in this class. So,
all right, we should have gotten an answer. What was your X? Katie Bumgardner, what was your X? Katie, we have done
yes, I'll be looking like,
8
was I really in
problems
this class?
exactly the same. You need to be able to do this. No, it's not 7.22.
And you be like, I don't know where she got this.
Cosine 18 equals x over 3. So x is 3 cosine 18. That should be 2.85. Y will be 3 sine 18, which is 0.93. All right? Okay, Thomas, you can turn off the video. And your homework for tonight is in your book.
So is that quiz that we took